Hi crocheters of the world. Here I have some swatches that I want to present to you. This is the first one with Ninfea, the second one with Keiko. You to find them all on oanabotique.com, and this is with a viscose named Leo Shell. Really nice and summerish. Now let's get started. Now we have one more with a soft merino. Let's get started with the slip knot. I'm working with 3.75 millimeters hook and with chain 4. So we chain 4, yarn over, and into the very first chain that we did, we work 1 double crochet. We don't finish it. We work 1 more, 3 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through all, chain to secure, chain 3. Now we will work into the same chain, first chain, a cluster of 3 double crochet. So 3 double crochet cluster. So this is the third that I made. Chain to secure, pull through all, chain to secure, chain 3. Repeat the cluster, so into the same chain 1 space, 1 double crochet that we don't finish, second one, and the third one, yarn over, we pull through 4 chain together and chain to secure. And this is the very first row. Now we begin the second row, chain 5. We will begin all the rows with chain 5, cluster into the chain 3 space, chain 3 and another cluster, 3 double crochet cluster. You can also work just 3 double crochet, chain 3, 3 double crochet. This is actually the border that we will work. Now we have to work 2 Solomon knots, 1, and I also secure a chain after the Solomon knot, so single crochet, chain, and we skip into the chain 3 space, and we work the border, so 3 double crochet cluster, chain 3 and 3 double crochet cluster. You can, as I said, you can work 3 double crochet, normal double crochet, or you can work puff stitch, chain 3 and puff stitch. So these are the 3 possibilities for the border. These are the borders. So these 2 rows just are the rows that we won't repeat anymore. So now we will begin with the first row of the pattern sequence to repeat. So chain 5, cluster, chain 3 into the chain 3 space, first cluster, chain 3, and 1 more 3 double crochet cluster. Then we begin. This is the very first row of the 4 that we will repeat in length, and we work 1 Solomon knot, very important, just 1 Solomon knot. Then in between the 2 Solomon knots into the single crochet, work 1 double crochet, chain 4, and 1 more double crochet into the same chain, into the same single crochet in between the 2 Solomon knots of the row below. And don't forget that this is the very first row of the pattern to repeat in length. You will see that with these 4 rows we will go on and Solomon knot to finish the row, the first row. Now into the chain 3 we go, and we work the border, which is 3 double crochet cluster, chain 3, 3 double crochets cluster. And this was the very first row of the pattern to repeat. Now this is it. Let's get started with the second. So chain 5 to begin, always chain 5 to begin. Into the chain 3 space, work your cluster, then chain 3 and another cluster. So this is the border. You will begin and you will end all rows of your shawl with this border. Oh, it's important to know that. And for the pattern, we will work 1 Solomon knot, then into the chain 4 space we go, yarn over and work 10 double crochets. So into the chain 4 we work 10 double crochet. Very important now to understand the motif that we will repeat. So this is one motif, there will be many of them, and it's very important to understand it. So 10 double crochets, this is the second row of the pattern to repeat. Okay, 10 double crochets, count them so to be sure that they are 10, and then finish the row with a Solomon knot, and of course into the chain 3 space work your final border as the beginning border. So your double crochet cluster or 3 double crochets or as you wish, and chain 3 and another double crochet cluster or puff stitch or 3 double crochet, as I said at the beginning, you can choose. So this is the second 1, 2. Can you see it? With 1 Solomon knot. We began with 1 Solomon knot. Now we go with the third row of the sequence to repeat, and we chain 5 into the chain 3 space. We work our 3 double crochet cluster, chain 3, 3 double crochets cluster, and this is the border. And the row begins with again with a Solomon knot. We go into the motif, and in each of 10 double crochets we work a small clusters of 2 double crochets together. Chain 1 to close, chain 1, space. Into the next, 1 double crochet, don't finish it, second double crochet, don't finish it, yarn over, pull through 3, chain 1 to close, chain 1 for the space. So chain 1 space. So we have here pull through all, chain 1, okay? So chain 1 to close, 2 together, and chain 1 as a space. In each and every double crochet of the previous row you will work like this in each and every motif. Now we have only one, but we will have more. So 2 double crochet together, chain 1, and we will have 10 of these small clusters, I named them, and 9 chain 1 space in between them. Okay, so be sure you have them all 10. It's very important because this is actually the last row that we work the motif into the motif with the double crochets. Then we will just work with single crochet at chain 3, but just be attentive now, be in the present. So I finish it all. I Solomon knot to finish the row, and into the chain 3 we go and we work our final border as the beginning border. So it's the 3 double crochet cluster, then chain 3, 3 double crochet cluster, and here we are with the third row of our sequence. Look at it, 1, 2, 3. So these are our third row. We begin to count from the double crochet, chain 4, double crochet. Okay, so we just work 3 rows all with double crochets. Okay, now chain 5 to begin the 4th row, always chain 5 to begin a new row, always into the chain 3 work your 3 double crochet cluster, chain 3, 3 double crochet cluster, and now into the 4th row. In each 4th row, actually from now on, we will work 1 2 Solomon knots, please. Don't forget, this is the most important part of all the pattern. So 2 Solomon knots, because here we will actually increase, okay, our shawl. Now we skip the first cluster, and in between the first and the second we single crochet chain 3. Then in between the second and the third we single crochet chain 3, and so on. As for the pineapple motif, okay, so we single crochet in between the cluster and chain 3, okay, and we will have not 9, sorry, 8 chain 3 spaces, chain 3 arches actually, okay, after this row on one motif. As I said before, we have only one motif now, but 8 chain 3 spaces, chain 3 arches. I am counting them. Yes, they are 8. And I will finish as I began with 2 Solomon knots. Please, 2 Solomon knots into the 4th row. Each of your 4th row you will also work 2 Solomon knots, then skip into the chain 3 space of your final border, and of course work your borders. So 3 double crochet cluster, chain 3, and another 3 double crochet cluster. And these 4 rows are the 4 rows to repeat for the length that you will, and width. Determine the length and the width, because you will see into the next row. Okay, so these are the 4 rows to repeat. Now let's get started. Chain 5, we go again and work the first row. Cluster is the border, the beginning border, chain 3 and the other 3 double crochet cluster. And now for the pattern stitch we work 1 Solomon knot. In between the 2 Solomon knots that we worked into the row below, into the single crochet of it, we work 1 double crochet. So we open a new motif, chain 4, 1 double crochet. So that's why into the 4th row of the repeating 4 row, it is very important to work 2 Solomon knots. 1 Solomon knot. Can you see? So we actually work another motif. We began another motif with this 1 double crochet. So now skip 1 arch of 3 chain, then single crochet into the next, chain 3, single crochet into the next, chain 3 on our 8 motifs. So you will skip the first and the last arch, and you will work single crochet into the next, chain 3, single crochet into the next, until you reach with your last single crochet, and you will have 5 arches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 arches, okay, skipping the first and the last arch. Solomon knot, and in between the 2 Solomon knots of the row below into the single crochet, work another double crochet, chain 4, double crochet. Okay, another very important thing, in each row where you begin with 1 Solomon knot, you will work 1 Solomon knot in between each motif, and into the 4th row you will work 2 Solomon knots in between all the motifs that you have. Now finish with 1 Solomon knot the row, and of course into the chain 3 with the clusters. And here we have the first row of the next repeating of our 4 rows. Let's go with the second row. Chain 5, into the 3rd chain we go, and we work our border. So as we go ahead and repeat these 4 rows, you will see that we will actually build our shawl by increasing we work the width by increasing. Okay. Now, again, so this is the first one, this is the first one. Again, one Solomon knot, and into the chain 4 again we will work 10 double crochets. So as you can see, we repeat the motif that we already know. 4 double crochets into the chain 4. Then we work a Solomon knot, one Solomon knot in between the motifs into the second row. And we have 5 arches, we skip one, we skip the first and the last, and we will work into the second, one single crochet, chain 3, into the third, one single crochet, chain 3, and into the fourth, one single crochet. So we just formed 2 arches, Solomon knot, skip into the chain 4 and work 10 double crochet, finish with Solomon knot and the. So we go with the third row. I finished my second. As you can see, we already have 2 more motifs. Chain 5 into the third, into a chain 3 space, work your cluster, close with a chain, secure chain, then chain 3, another cluster, secure chain, and into the third row we begin with one, only one. We have 1, 2, and this is the third row, and we begin with just one Solomon knot. Don't forget about this, it's very important. And now this is the row when we work one small cluster into each and every of our 10 double crochet of the row below. So 2 double crochet together, chain to secure, chain 1, 2 double crochets together, chain to secure, chain 1, 2 double crochets together, chain to secure, chain 1, 2 double crochets together, chain to secure, chain 1, and so on 10 times. I know it's a little bit annoying here, but it's so beautiful. Take it as a meditation because it's nice. Okay, and you will have 10 small clusters and 9 chain 1 spaces. Okay, count them because sometimes you can just forget about one. So I already worked my Solomon knot in between the motifs. So into the first, second, and I forgot one, sorry. As I've told you, you can forget about the last usually. So maybe it's better to count them. And 10, yes, we have them. Okay, so Solomon knot. So into the first, second, and third of the fourth, 4 rows to repeat. And now we have 2 arches. In between these 2 arches, into the single crochet, work a single crochet and another Solomon knot. Okay, so Solomon knot, single crochet into the single crochet in between the 2 arches, and Solomon knot. And now we go and we repeat exactly the same thing, 10 clusters, small clusters, and then we finish with Solomon knot and with the final border, obvious. Let's get started with our 4th row. It's the most important row because we work 2 Solomon knots, 1, 2, 3. We finish the first, the second, the third, which are with double crochets. So the first 3 rows are always work with the double crochet, the motifs. Into the fourth, when we actually increase, because we work our 2 Solomon knots, we work single crochet and arches. So I began with the border, chain 5 and the border, and now 2 Solomon knots, 1 single crochet, secure chain, and 2. Okay, it's very important. So in between of all our motifs we work 2 Solomon knots. We skip in between the first 2 clusters, and we single crochet, chain 3, single crochet, chain 3. We repeat the first row of the arches actually, and we must have at the end of this, for each motif we must have 8 arches. Okay, so in between each clusters, single crochet and then chain 3, and skip in between the next 2 clusters, and so on. As I said before, it's a little bit like the pineapple shawl here, pineapple motif. Okay, so I have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Perfect. 2 Solomon knots in between each of in between the motifs. So at the beginning, at the end, but even in between the motifs, you must work 2 Solomon knots. Very important. So this is 1 chain to secure, and it's not important to work the chain to secure after the single crochet. I work it because I like it. It's more structured, the Solomon knot. And so can you see? 2 2 2. And I work the arches, and then I finish with 2 Solomon knots and with a border, and this is the end of the 4th row, second repeating of the 4 rows in length and width. Okay, it is very important for you to understand the idea of the shawl, to understand actually the structure of the shawl. So now I'm working again the 8 arches in between the cluster single crochet. I'm at the end, so Solomon knot 1, Solomon knot 2, only into the 4th row, each 4th row of the, and now into the chain 3, of course, the border. The most important part is this, because with this row, this 4th row, with each 4th row we just grow in width, not only in length. Okay, so our shawl grows in width, as I can imagine, you can imagine. We have to go ahead and work in length. 1 1 2 3 and 4. Okay, so we just completed another 4 rows. Okay, and we have 1 2 3 motifs to begin. Into the next row, that will be the first row of the 3rd repeating section. Of course, chain 5 and our border, and this is the first row of the 3rd repeating section of the 4 rows that we, as I said, we reach in between the 2 Solomon knots. We will work 1 double crochet, chain 4, 1 double crochet, so we add new motifs. That's why it's very important. We add new motifs. That's why it's very important the 4th row to be worked correctly. So with 2 Solomon knots. 1 Solomon knot, and now I will begin here with the single crochet and chain 3. I will begin with the arches. Okay. The 4th row is the same row where you begin with the where you work the last row with the double crochet. This is the second, sorry, the second row with the arches on the motifs that we carry on. So we open motifs, five arches we must have. We carry on the motifs and we open. Into the fourth we open new motifs. In between the two salmon knots I work again 1 double crochet, chain 4, 1 double crochet, one Solomon knot, only one because we are working on the first row, and now we skip one arch, we single crochet 5 arches. Okay, so we opened 1, 2, as you can see we opened 3 new motifs in this fourth row, actually in this first row of the third repeating 4 rows, because into the fourth row we create the place where we will work. I have 5 arches, 1 Solomon knot, and the border, of course. And this is the first row of our third repeating. I lost the number of our third repeating. 4, 4, 4, and this is how we grow our shawl, and this is how it grows in length and in width. In width in each of our fourth row. So we have 1, 2, 3 now motifs. Can you see? We added 2. We added 2. And this is our. So into the fourth row, we open the arches. This is important to understand that in each of our fourth row, it's the first row with arches. Okay. And then we work into the first row of the next pattern to repeat, sequence to repeat. We continue with the arches and then we open other motifs. Here we are. I already completed the beginning of a new row, and now I work 1 Solomon knot and I skip 1 arch, I single crochet chain 3, skip 1 arch, single crochet chain 3, and these are the 2. So I work into the second, into the third, and into the fourth, actually. The single crochets, chain, Solomon knot, and 10 double crochets. So we will repeat 10 double crochets and 2 arches, 10 double crochets and 2 arches. This is how to. Now I finished my second row. Let us begin our third row. Okay. I work the border. Anyway, by now I'm sure you've just got the idea. Okay, now I worked 1, 2, this is the third, and I have the last row, the third row with the double crochets. As you can see, we work the one with the small clusters, you know, and this is how we understand that we are into the third row, because we work the last row with double crochets of the motifs that we open. Okay, because into the fourth row we begin with arches and we add new motifs. We always add one more motif actually. So we added 1, 2, 3, 4. We will add 5 and so on. So actually it's just one motif we increase with. As you will go on, you will understand this. Anyway, just go ahead and work with me. Pay attention. And I am sure that from here you can take it very well by yourself. So I work my Solomon knot. And now in between the two arches into the single crochet, I will work my single crochet and Solomon knot, and then again the clusters, and after this row again the fourth row with two Solomon's knot. So as you can see, we will open 1, 2, 3 and 4 actually in this, and we go ahead like this. We open the shawl actually in each of our fourth row. We open the shawl with one more motif. So we work another, we actually add, and it is just as simple as that. Now here we will Solomon knot 2 times into the next row, which is the fourth row, and just repeat this fourth row.